This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Show us your purple preset.
All right.
For a chance to win Vikings draft party tickets. Set KFAN as a preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Screenshot it and post it with hashtag KFAN purple preset to your social media. And make sure to follow and tag KFAN. Winners will be DM'd daily. Get the full rules at KFAN.com. Keyword contest.
We got a traffic jam. Grimm and Mussman fighting over a microphone in there.
You just punched me.
He does that. Yeah, he's got a new knee now, so he's
I did not punch you.
Zacho, I don't know. Can we talk to you now, Zach, or are we not talking to you? I don't even know. I guess when he come up to my...
Talk to me.
There you go. Hi,
Here he
yeah,
is,
okay.
live from Las Vegas. Hey, boys.
How the hell are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
You been to bed yet?
Got like an hour.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we're good.
Yeah.
You have nothing today, right? Do you have to go to practice, though, or morning skate, or what are you doing today?
They are not practicing today, so we just have some media availability at the hotel this afternoon, and then this is kind of a quick, easy day before a very long, late night tomorrow night. Holy crap. But, it's fun.
So you have nothing.
I don't think so.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, so what are you going to do?
Let's
the
start
plans?
cranking away.
I don't know. I might go downtown for a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Go check out the haunted museum
Now we're
and
talking.
stuff.
Now we're talking.
And just basically do all the things that Hawk gave me a list of on Friday to do. So go find some ghosts.
That lavish tub you got there.
Yeah, did you get in
Oh,
there yet?
man. Oh, yeah. Took me like an hour. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I need to get in there, and I got in there. They got, I don't know, they got like some salts or something on the side. I don't know how to use those.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about Googling it, but I think I'm just going to try to surprise myself today
snort
with
'em.
another bath.
Yeah, you just snort them. Then go wild down in the casino.
Yeah. Do you how much you put in there? Do you know? Do you know?
All of it.
I don't
All
know
of
if
it.
that
Yeah, I
stuff
think you just
works.
dumped the whole thing in there.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. It's great. But yeah, it was, it's weird. I've never seen the strip this busy. WrestleMania's in town. So there's all sorts of people wearing belts and a lot of just very interesting looking people. It's great people watching weekend this weekend, but it's fun. It's fun.
It's too bad the game sucked, but that's all right.
Yeah. I mean, it was a decent game overall, I will say. I mean, obviously the ending wasn't preferred, but obviously great atmosphere. That place is rocking. Bruce Cusick says hi, by the way, everybody. The
Hi,
public
Bruce.
address announcer for the Golden Knights. He did a great job. Got the crowd going, and like I said, pretty good start to the series. And I think there was actually a lot of positives from this from a Wild fan perspective, because that's a really good team out there, and they competed well with them. And I think this could be a really fun series overall.
Zacho, that Kirill to Boldy pass was unbelievable.
Oh my God. Yeah. Boldy said after the game, he was like, basically like, I didn't even see it till I hit my stick. So that's yeah. And I know, Hawk, you can probably relate to
Completely.
stuff you didn't see till it got on your stick.
That happens, man,
Yeah.
I should have looked closer, I guess,
But, no, it was, like I said, there was some positives. It wasn't, obviously, a great ending, a great result, but I will say the, Wild were, 1.5 underdogs. And there was, you could feel it when that empty net goal went in with 0.1 seconds. There was a lot of parlays made and missed last night with that ultimately meaningless goal at the end of the game. That was very interesting. But I saw a couple of people on Twitter were both happy and were devastated. But it was fun.
Well, we might as well keep going and talk hockey while we got you here, just in case, since we're headed down that road. But the women won.
Yeah.
Did you see they won the Women's Hockey World Championship over Canada?
Taylor Heisey forcing a turnover and setting up Janicki for the win. That was awesome. Parker Fox has to be a very proud boyfriend over there.
Yeah.
And excited to see him back howling with the homies very soon, Max. I think that's this week, right?
Yes, sir. We will be back at full strength after Game 3, I believe.
Look at that.
I think you were pretty full strength with Amy on Saturday, man. That was awesome. You guys did so much fun. Wonderful. But
why don't you just get a room?
Yeah,
sit in a bathtub together, pour all the salts in there.
Yeah, you got some room for me, Zach?
Yeah.
Do some lean.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on down. We gotta. It's weird. They don't have in this place. They don't have bathroom walls or anything, man. It's all wide open. So I'm glad I'm not sharing this room with anybody.
You'd stink them right out of there.
Yeah, with arms wide open.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh, man. Rosie'd love it here, though. He probably's been here. He might be here.
That kind of room is available to anyone.
Yeah, anybody can just stay there.
Totally.
Yeah,
anybody can stay there.
Yeah, come on.
Be here for 3-4 days. Who cares? You can go to all the events.
Well, we're going to do some news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Right, thank you, St. Paul Saints. They were rained out yesterday, but don't you worry. The St. Paul Saints got a baseball game and a baseball team for you. Head on down to CHA's Field. And by the way, saintsbaseball.com is the website to get all the information. And don't forget, June 14th, Tacos and Margarita Festival at CHS Field.
Oh, hell yeah.
11 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm bringing that up every time you're here, Ben, because I know that it's right up your alley.
Yep, right up my alley.
You like tacos and you like margaritas?
I do.
Yeah. And Graham can't go back to that event. He was there last year.
Yeah. What happened?
He got thrown out.
Banned.
Yeah.
Why?
Doing helicopters.
Yep. Pantsless, for sure. There's too many tacos. It wasn't even too many margaritas.
Yeah.
It was too many
Exactly
tacos.
right. Yep.
Jeez.
Right. There's no such thing as too many tacos. Okay. Guys, there's been a fire at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. 10 structures were destroyed by a major fire at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival in Shakopee. The blaze started Friday evening. Several retail shops and food vendors were lost in the flames. How about that?
It was a lightning, right? It's out. That's what you heard?
I think that's what
I don't have that on my news story, but I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was lightning.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it storming Friday night? Oh, I guess it was, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. I didn't know it was storming like that.
Like Norman?
Like Norman.
Norman.
Yeah. So that happened. But I'm sure they'll build her up. They got a big year ahead of them now at the Renaissance Festival with Penn and Teller coming back. That'll be pretty cool. All right.
I might go see them tonight. I'm thinking about it.
Is that right?
I haven't seen them before. I want to see them before they stop.
They got a show, or you guys just hanging out?
You guys just
You having them in the tub?
Go meet them at the carnival bar.
Take my advice. Get some cake.
Oh, yeah.
Get some cake. Take a bath. Maybe contemplate life.
Listen to tunes.
Yeah.
Well, I got one
Have
out
that
of three
toaster
of those
close.
already.
Yeah, right. All right. That'd be cool. My next news story is as follows. I'm trying to find something I think you guys will care about because I can tell you didn't care at all about that last one. I can hear it in your voices. Air taxis are in the works at United Airlines. Archer Aviation shared last week that it's partnering with United Airlines to develop an air taxi network in New York City. Passengers will be taken from Manhattan to nearby airports by piloted, quote, midnight electric air taxis that can carry up to 4 passengers. The service will eventually be available to book as an add-on to regular airline tickets or through Archer's app. They say it seems like the perfect time to be launching this because air traffic safety seems so great right now.
direct quote.
Yeah, this is one of those Jetson things that there's no doubt this is the future, but it just feels like it should be after our lifetime.
Yeah.
Would
Not
these
interested.
Just be big drones that would carry people? Is that kind of how they're structured?
Yeah, are they manned or unmanned?
It's piloted.
They're piloted.
I believe they are piloted.
Aren't they already called helicopters?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Good point. Yeah.
These are electric air taxis, though.
They must be smaller than a helicopter. Right?
Probably.
When you're
I don't
flying helicopters.
I'm doing helicopters.
That you are.
I can't.
And they do what? They just take you to the airport and land on the tarmac? Like, what's the deal here? And then you...
With a really long extension cord.
How is this more convenient?
I guess you avoid traffic, I guess. Right? I mean,
but then where do you land?
That is
at the airport, and then have to go walk around.
Then you have to Uber.
Then you have to Uber from there around to the front.
You probably land in a. There's got to be a designated.
You probably land upside down in the field somewhere.
It's over. Yeah, Hawk's taking one daily.
Yeah, then you have to Uber to Grand Central. Then you take the subway to wherever you're going.
Right. The Mayo Clinic.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So you land in the lap of the Lord.
It's just to say that you did it.
Yeah, you wake up in heaven.
You land at a Michael Jackson.
I'm looking at them right now. They basically look like large drones. Yeah, you're right. They look like drones.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys do that.
Yeah. Tell me how that goes.
Yep, you guys can have my seat.
Look at this thing.
Thanks, man.
Look over here, Ben.
Yeah. No thanks.
Oh, that's a different one. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's a little bigger. It looks like a 747.
I mean, the only reason I would probably do that is because my guess is that if one or two of those rotors go out, the rest will keep going.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
From downtown Manhattan to Newark Airport, 9 minutes. Compared to if you take the train, 62 minutes.
Yeah. That might be worth it.
Oh, and a real taxi is probably all of an hour too.
Yeah, that's right. An hour. That's exactly right. You said that. Yeah, right. So I'll only use this if I'm ready to go to heaven.
Yeah. Which there's a spot waiting for you.
Oh, that's real nice of you.
That was very nice of you.
It's real nice.
Well, there's not one waiting for you.
Boy, that's true.
That doesn't seem fair.
That's true. You know what is waiting on him? Sex toys. There's been an arson.
Sounds like heaven.
And an arrest for said arson after a fire on Staten Island. A fire that seems to have been started from an adults-only source. Harry Torres.
Come on.
That's right. His real name. It is. I'm reading it. Has been charged with 2 counts of arson for the fire on Staten Island that spread
come on.
to 2 neighboring houses and a couple of vehicles. The fire marshal says the 37-year-old admitted to setting 2 rubber sex toys on fire.
Wait, now did he do it like Boy Scout style where he just took 2 dildos and just started scraping them together until all of a sudden a little flame?
Probably so.
Yeah. Spark.
Yeah. It was meat sauce and his brother. Started rubbing them together.
Yeah. Sounds like us.
A couple of dildos.
Tommy, the Olsen brothers showed up and sued us for false advertisement.
For false advertisement?
Because it wasn't actually 2 dildos. Yeah, we were doing late night commercials.
It's meat sauce and Dov here.
Yep. We're 2 dildos.
2 dildos moving company.
Yeah, right.
So then what's the false advertising part?
There weren't actually dildos, and Dov and I were the dildos.
What? Okay.
Oh, boy.
It makes sense.
Sauce. Hey, Sauce.
It's okay to just listen. You don't have to add anything.
Okay. I'll just sit here and be quiet.
You don't have to be funny, man.
No, it's the only reason I'm here.
Must hear for the Olsen brothers, but I know you like them. But if you want to go into the Lambert brother dildos, you can check this out.
Free! Oh.
That's the news.
That was the news.
That was good news.
Thank you. I told you guys I had news. I told you about the news.
Yeah.
The Pope passed away as well, but I don't give sad news in my news stories if I can avoid it. I try to keep it to dildos and robots.
Much more important stuff.
Are you for real?
Flying
The Pope passed?
helicopters.
Yeah,
Sure
he
did.
He passed last night. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
On Easter?
Yeah. Well,
No, this morning.
technically,
this
it was,
morning.
Technically this morning,
technically
I
it was
think,
today.
yeah. Sports is next with Sauce.
Yeah, Daddy.
50% of an unbelievable duo. You and your brother. Just a couple of Lamberts. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. It's like a meeting over here. Eating Wendy's.
How is that?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's my first time having Wendy's breakfast.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Wow, first time ever?
I'd never had Wendy's breakfast either, no.
I've just never heard anyone talk about it, so I didn't trust it. Yeah. And I was one of the prototypes or whatever, the first ones for the Taco Bell breakfast, and I feel like I haven't recovered from that. I feel like I got a mutation or something.
Yeah.
Look like one of those fish from The Simpsons.
Great bit.
Here we are. Cast of thousands. Look at you guys over there. Mussman, Lieber, and Grimm. All three Ians.
Here we are.
Zacho's in Vegas. High as a kite.
Not yet.
So high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can tell you're real still.
You're blowing it, brother.
Yeah. Don't look now. But
I'm sure it'll be nappy time first, then he'll be high as a kite.
I think you can combine the two. But right now he can't. Right now he can't because we got too much sports to talk.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Zacho, the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Wild 4-2 in Game 1. The Wild's 2 goals came from Matt Boldy. The Knights got an empty net goal with about 1 second left in the game to make it 4-2, making a lot of bettors pissed because they might have had the Wild plus 1.5. Game 2 is tomorrow at 10 p.m.
Are we live, by the way, on KFAN.com/watch yet?
Not yet. Sorry, I just switched to camera 3 for the first time just to watch Sauce. And,
I heard the noise you made.
That was,
I
heard you guys talking about it, but just
my
to
beard?
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I don't see Is Kelly there?
No.
Oh, man.
No, she's at home.
Yeah, no. Like I said, the result isn't great, but they played really well. They played up with this team, and like I said, I think they can make this a series. There's a lot of good positives there. Zeev did fairly well. He made a couple of mistakes, which is what you would expect at this point of his career, which was like the first game ever.
Yeah.
19.
Anybody questioning putting him in for his first game during a Stanley Cup playoff game?
I think anybody questioning, I think if you looked at how he played, I think it was well justified that he got a chance to get in there. And so there's definitely up for debate in terms of how much he played and the situations that he was put in, particularly toward the end of the game. You could talk about that. But I think he definitely earned his keep and earned that roster spot. So it sets up a very interesting game too. I think there's a lot of people that were expecting maybe a more lopsided affair. I think the Wild were surprising in many ways, and I think they can keep surprising. I will say too, the officiating. I mean, there was no penalties to be had.
Here we go.
Ryan Hartman took a cross check to the teeth, and right in front of the official, and they just are not going to call anything. So that actually might benefit the Wild, because if that does go both ways, they're a really good 5-on-5 team. So hopefully they can take advantage of that Tuesday and, really into Wednesday morning if you're listening from the Central Time Zone. My goodness.
Zeev Bouillon sounds like something that Gavin Kaysen makes at Spoon and Stable.
Yeah, I'll take 2 of those. How's the Zeev Bouillon tonight?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
A classic dish from like the French countryside.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit like ratatouille.
Yeah, you're not sure what's in it.
Yeah, you're
What
going to
is
eat
this
it.
meat in the Zeev Bouillon?
Sauce, would you eat that?
Of course.
Question for you guys. Have you heard Zeev Bouillon talk yet?
No.
Picture in your mind what you think he's going to sound like. He's 19 years old. His name is Zeev Bouillon. Here he is.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't obviously know too much what to expect. Obviously, the guys are great, and they communicated with me throughout the entire day, obviously on the ice too, and they were amazing all night. So, I mean, it was awesome. It was obviously a dream come true to play in the NHL and to play in the game. So, sucks to lose, but we'll move on.
I lost that bet.
I know.
Yeah. Who else thought he was going to sound like Borat?
Yeah. I think everybody.
I did not play back.
That's exactly how I thought he'd sound.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing his family here in attendance, and they were on the glass, and he flipped his mom a puck, and it was very heartfelt to see the. I mean, he's 19. He's 19, and he just made his NHL debut in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just crazy.
Is Zeev short for something?
I don't believe so. No, that's his.
Echo, what's his brother's name too? He plays in the minors somewhere, right?
Shy or Shay. S-A-S-H-A-I. Beef.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, double B.
Yeah.
And where's this cat from? Why does he
San
sound?
Diego.
He's from California.
Yes.
Yeah, San Diego, California.
He's from San Diego.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Parents are Israeli immigrants. And, San Diego, California.
Grew up watching Ben Lieber play linebacker for the Chargers.
He must have. Yeah.
He did.
He asked me for a signed Lieber something. Just anything.
I can get that done.
Yeah. This will put you in perspective there if you guys would like. He was born on December 7th of 2005.
He shares my birthday?
He does.
Like we're destined to be buddies.
You really are.
You and
really
Steve.
Even though I think he's Borat.
Yeah.
Yep. 19
When
years
did you
old.
when did you play with the Chargers?
2002 to 2005.
So he probably didn't grow up watching you then.
No, he did not. No, but we were still born on
saw
December
reruns.
7th, Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah.
That's right. A day that will live in infamy.
That's right.
Cool. What else, Saucy?
The Wolves smoked the Lakers 117-95 to take a 1-0 series lead. Jaden had 25. Nas had 23 off the bench. The Wolves led by as many as 27. Game 2 is tomorrow at 9 p.m.
What's the point?
The Lakers are 5.5-point favorites.
It don't matter, man. We already took the series. It's
Sauce,
over.
Yeah, it's over.
During the game,
It's over.
Sauce, you tweeted, I give more effort than Luka does on defense.
I mean, that's true. Luka just stands there. He has no interest in playing defense.
Yeah, but
I
you
stand
don't
by
even
that.
stand.
Yeah, that's a good point. I sit.
Right.
Sauce, you tweeted, ESPN/ABC is so disappointed that the Lakers aren't winning.
They definitely were. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Wait, that was real?
Nope.
I thought that was a button.
That
Sauce.
came out of my butt.
Yes, Corey.
About a day and a half ago, you tweeted, here come the refs.
And that's true. LeBron gets a foul and points right at the ref. They don't call anything. Luka complains after every single foul, and Finch probably said the F word at him, and they called him for a tech.
LeBron is not a complainer, though.
No, he is not. No. Don't say that about him, right, Lieber?
Right. You know who else won the other night on Saturday night?
The Lord.
He won on Sunday.
And also with you.
The Mavs GM. You know how excited he has to be watching that collapse?
Oh, I mean, no.
Point,
I mean,
Ben.
they got smoked and bounced from the playoffs. I don't think he's happy.
Yeah, but you know, people want him fired because of the trade, and he's like, yeah, this is why I got rid of him.
Yeah.
He won't play defense at all.
Yeah, the whole defense wins championships line that Nico's getting ripped for.
Yeah.
Luka played almost no defense.
Yeah.
Sauce, during the game, you tweeted, I like the 1998 Atlanta Falcons more than I like Luka.
I stand by that. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's real hatred.
Yeah.
About a day and a half ago, you tweeted, is Final Destination just mousetrap the board game with death?
Well, like the guy steps on a bottle, the bottle hits a rake, the rake hits the lawnmower turns on.
This is the trailer that
and
you're
it just
talking about.
runs him over.
Yeah,
Mousetrap, great game.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
You tweeted about a day and a half ago. Remember when the league rigged the most lopsided trade in sports history to hand Luka to the Lakers?
Yeah, I remember that. That's exactly what that was. And I thought they were going to steamroll us, but then my tune changed when we started kicking ass.
You tweeted, this game is over.
Yeah, I meant that for the Wolves.
No, that was in the first quarter.
Damn it. Yeah, no, I thought it was over for us, but it wasn't. They have more faith than I do.
Later in the game, you tweeted, "Eat S, LA."
I did, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, they should.
On Friday, a little after midnight, you tweeted, "I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious."
Great bit.
During the game, you tweeted, "Flop."
Yeah, LeBron and Luka flop.
Yep. On Thursday, a little after 3 a.m. in the morning, you tweeted, "Why my balls smell?"
Well, I did. I stand by both of those. Yeah, and I said, "Why my balls smell?" is exactly how I tweeted
that exact grammar.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Just ask Corey.
A day and a half ago, you tweeted, 72 hours between playoff games is embarrassing. Play the effing games every other day.
Yeah, they should. They don't, but they should.
On Wednesday at 4:20 a.m.
Blaze it.
You tweeted, "My lady like my nut."
Oh, my God. I did not.
You did.
I don't stand by that.
You tweeted it and deleted it.
Right now.
I screenshotted it before you deleted it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it again, Hockey?
"My lady like my nuts." You did. You tweeted it.
You did the sniff test.
All right, I stand by it. I stand by it. The Twins were swept by the awful Braves this weekend after they lost 6-2 yesterday. Your Minnesota Twins are 7-15. It's over. They're off today.
Don't like it.
They battle the White Sox tomorrow at 6:40. About 5,000 people might show up for that game.
They're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, it's over.
We just got to get healthy, guys.
Let's go.
We just got to get healthy.
Aren't they healthy?
I don't know. Yeah, but that's I'm going to say it all.
No, Ben was talking about their diet. Their diet's really bad.
Yeah,
It's been
diet's
really
real bad.
lately.
Way too many Uncrustables.
Oh, they're so good, though.
On Tuesday at 2:30 in the afternoon, you tweeted, "I like a healthy girl."
Wait, who are you talking to? Which one of us are you talking to?
Why did you tweet that?
Why would you tweet
Boss,
that?
why did you do
Why
that?
did you tweet that?
Time on my head.
What did you mean by that?
Yeah. Let's take a deep breath.
Thank you for putting that out there. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
That's because I wondered that about you.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
That's a huge bitch.
Ma'am.
She's healthy, though.
Take some vitamins, vitamin D.
The NFL draft
Did you
is
tweet
this
that
Thursday.
too?
I did. I stand by all of it. I tweeted all of it. I'm proud of it. That's who I am.
I'm proud of it.
Hi, Court.
Hi. The NFL draft is Thursday. Vikings news is next. We'll talk to Ben Lieber about that. See what he's thinking. Just 3 days away from the NFL draft. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Murtec,
Don't miss the Vikings draft party at U.S. Bank Stadium this Thursday. Tickets are still available at Vikings.com/draft party. To come take in the action of the first round with us, KFAN is your home for draft coverage presented by Heating and Cooling 2. Go to heatcool2.com to book your service today.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, before we get to Vikings news, Grimmer asked something about 30 minutes ago, and I finally looked it up. If you saw this, don't say, but if you didn't, then you can guess. We were talking about the Wolves-Lakers series, and now that the Wolves have won Game 1 in dramatic fashion, you asked, well, who's favored now? Because we talked about how, I will be surprised if we lose this series.
Yep.
Not saying we're going to sweep, even though we definitely could. I'm just going to be surprised if we lose based on how deep we look and how bad they look on defense, and they don't look very deep. Anyway, you had to guess on DraftKings who is now favored to win the series the rest of the way.
I would say the Wolves are a slight favorite. Very slight favorite.
Muss, you're a basketball guy. Take a shot.
He loves it. Yeah.
And you lose a lot of money gambling.
Yes, I'm very bad at it. I would say that it's still that Laker bias. I think that national bias is going to still have the Lakers with a favorable whatever you guys do with the betting.
Sauce?
I think it's the Lakers as well.
Ben?
Who's the favorite?
Yep. Favorite to win this series.
I still think it's the Lakers.
All right, so far it's Grimmer, Wolves, everybody else Lakers, right? Chris?
I saw it.
Maxo?
Yeah, I think it's probably still LA.
Is Zach still there?
I saw it everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Daddy.
The favorite to win the series, minus 150, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Let's go!
What do I win for that?
The
The Lakers are now the dogs at plus 125.
Let's go.
It's how it should be.
Yeah.
I don't think this is recency bias. I think everybody saw with their own eyes, oh man, the Wolves are the better team. Now they just have to close this team out.
And as much as there is some factor in the Lakers of the team, the national team, all that stuff, at the end of the day, the math tells you that the Wolves should be the favorite, and really the math is going to be the key. If the Lakers end up winning Game 2, it probably obviously would switch back.
I don't know if it would, because it's still the Wolves stole home court advantage, unless it's a 40-point blowout.
Yeah.
But it is weird to have two of the top, let's say 20 players of all time, right? LeBron's in the top 5, Luke is in the top, when it's all said and done, is going to probably be a top 20-ish or maybe higher player. And I don't fear this team at all. It's weird to have that at the top and go, yeah, we're going to beat LeBron and Luka.
Yeah.
Now, in their prime, right? If this was prime LeBron, I'd be like, oh boy, we're in huge trouble.
They'll probably have some fight back tomorrow, though, don't you think?
I don't think it's going to be as easy as quarters 2 through 4 were. But again, we're deeper. But when you hit 50%, you start pulling away from any good team, right? Let alone a team that doesn't want to play defense.
Well, you got to rely on TSR time coming off the bench and getting 23 for you there. Right. And then the one thing that you guys were talking about a bunch was Rudy Gobert, how much he was going to be a big factor. And in that first game, he hasn't had to be yet.
You have a huge advantage when the two guys that come off the bench for you would start for them. I think they win in 5 games.
Yeah. Hey, Muss, are you selling any sandwiches?
What kind of sandwiches are you looking for?
Yeah. Hey, I'm very jealous because we're about to hit Vikings news, but there. Look over. Can you guys see the computer screens right now? Right over his right shoulder, right there, the Park GM.
Oh, lucky.
And then an obvious billboard that you'd only see in Vegas, flashing craps and slot machines and loose ladies.
Your mic's on.
Look at that. I'm so jealous of you right now. If I were there right now, I'd be asleep. But I'd be getting up happy, knowing that I was going to give away all my money. Do you see it? See it? See it, Ben?
I saw it.
Do you see it right there?
Yeah, I see it.
See it right there? That's Las Vegas, Nevada right there.
Lucky.
Yeah.
That's the MGM and the Park MGM.
It's quite the green screen.
It really is.
You think the Pope ever went to Las Vegas?
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, not this one, but the one before him, I think. Yep.
I'm just shocked you have a room by yourself in Vegas and you have clothes on. What's the deal there?
Oh, he's got no pants.
No
Bearing
it for sure.
Nothing else.
It's the greatest city on earth.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is the peak of humanity.
Yeah.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco, your Truck Accessory Pro Store. We go live to Ben Lieber is going to give you this.
What now?
Well, think about this, Ben. On Thursday, I believe the Vegas Raiders pick, 6th?
You are correct.
And the heavy favorite is that Ashton Genty, the freak running back, is going to go to Las Vegas, and he gets to spend the rest of his career, or 3 years before they cut him, in Las Vegas, Nevada. What a lucky guy.
Well, if you listen to Tom Pelissero, he's floating out there that the interest in Ashton Genty is heating up. Even more than 6 to the Raiders.
Ooh.
Don't know if that's real. Don't know if that's been floated by somebody else. And they're saying all right, Raiders, because the Raiders came out over the weekend and basically said he's ours. We're taking him. So now maybe somebody above them's maybe we'll take him. We'll play this game too.
Watch the Bears too. Watch the Bears move up for somebody to get to 5 or 4 and get right in front of the Raiders. The Bears they have a ton of capital. They have they need that stud running back. That would be their Jahmyr Gibbs style running back. Watch the Bears move up into the top 4 or 5.
How do you feel about that though? I love the resurgence of the significance of running backs. I don't know why it ever waned so much, but now I feel like the importance of running backs is very much back. Do you move up in the draft to get a guy like that though?
Yeah,
I mean, do you give up another second rounder, multiple third rounders, future picks?
You better be right though, right? Well, that's every pick, but specifically I think the dual threat running back is back. You have to be able to do what Jahmyr Gibbs can do, which is everything. Right? If you think Ashton Genty can do all that, then sure, but if you miss on a running back in the top 10, it feels so outdated, and you're going to look like a GM that's stuck in the past. Now, if you hit a home run, then you could say, yeah, all of our analytics, and you throw out all the big words, and you say this made a ton of sense and it worked. But man, I would say even more than a quarterback. If you draft a running back high, you look really outdated and bad if you miss.
Draft anybody high, you're going to pick the wrong.
Exactly.
That's what happened to Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, Tunsil now. Yeah,
right.
He got shipped off to the Commanders.
Let's see what happens. Grimmer, who's the best running back you've seen in college football as of right now? Who's on? Yeah, no, just period. Last year. Who'd you take?
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did you see anybody live you thought was great?
Barkley is the best I've ever seen in my life as a college running back. He beat the Gophers in 2016 on a overtime handoff, 25-yard game over. Who was the Iowa guy was really good at Huntington Bank Stadium last year in the second half, especially Johnson.
Yeah, second half. That's right.
Caleb, was that his first name? Caleb Johnson.
From a trivia on Henderson.
He's kind of dropping though, right? I think I had heard the Iowa guys dropping a little bit in the draft.
Yeah,
he didn't run well.
I think before the draft, a lot of people thought that he may be a first round, a late first rounder.
He looked the part.
And now between
he's big, strong, and ran over people.
Between Hampton and the 2 Ohio State running backs, I don't think anybody gets. And even those guys they'll be first rounders, but I don't know if both Ohio State running backs will be going the first round.
Hey, let's combine both of these because we started with Ashton Genty and running backs, but let's combine since this is Vikings news. The idea how badly Kwesi needs to nail this draft just because his drafts so far have not been good. His free agency has been awesome, but his drafts have been bad. If they drafted, quote, best player available at 24, but it was a running back, how do you think the fans would react that that's our first pick?
I think they'd be fine with it.
Hell yeah, they'd freak out.
If it's Hampton from North Carolina, people would be ecstatic about it. Because I would say that he's probably a better 3-down back than maybe Genty is. Genty's almost he's hard to tackle. He can never bring the guy down. But I think that Hampton gives you probably a little bit more juice on third down, and he's a better pass protector.
So he's like a Gibbs
he's not
type,
quite as No, he's not as shifty like that, but the way that he's proven himself in North Carolina to be a 3-down back, I think a lot of people say he's a day one starter. He's going to give you everything that you want. He's going to be pretty special, just not quite as dynamic as what Genty is.
Does Jordan Mason, though, essentially wipe that off the board? That trading for Mason and re-signing Jones basically says we have no need at running back for 2025.
I mean, technically, you could say that about every position at this point. I mean, yes, we need a left guard, but there's a lot of people say even if we walk away from this draft not drafting a first-round left guard, we're okay.
Yeah.
Same thing with defensive tackle. With all the additions that we made in free agency, do you say that's a glaring need? I don't know. I mean, you can make the argument that maybe not. It all comes down to who is going to be best available. And, I'm looking at some of the top mock drafts from some of the top analysts. I would say 90% of them think that we're going to have a chance to get one of the best corners in the draft.
Ooh.
And so, prepare yourself for that as well.
Great. That'd be great.
I also think, and this is 2 Hall of Fame examples, but they didn't need a wide receiver in 98. They definitely didn't need a running back in 07, right? So, like, I think that there are a few guys that would get them to go away from their board if they were available at 24. And I also think they have 4 or 5 rock solid names at 24. If they're gone, they'll move.
Well, I want to ask you this question because when we draft him at number 24 overall, I want to know how to say the South Carolina safety's last name.
It's
Emanwari.
Okay, cool. Because that's who we're going to take.
I think we might take. I mean, if he's there, I don't see how we couldn't take him. I think I mentioned this the last time that I was talking about Emanwari, but they have this relative athletic score. It's called the RAS, and they basically they aggregate all of your physical traits, your 40, your vertical, your broad jump, and like all these other metrics, and they put it into a score. Well, he has scored the highest RAS out of any safety since like 1984. Like over 1,000 safeties have been measured under this metric, and he is number 1 on that list for physical traits. And his tape backs up his play. So it's like you're finding the freak of all freaks, and based on other team needs, he absolutely could be there at 24.
I feel like I'm like the only one who honestly, okay, we always talk about Kwesi and how he hasn't hit, with the draft. Addison, okay, we never mentioned that.
That was a KOC pick.
Yeah, but it's still under Kwesi's.
Yeah.
Helm.
Sure.
You
can't be.
And I don't think at guard, I think Blake Brandel actually played very well last year, and especially when he didn't have Darisaw next to him the whole season. And if everybody wants to talk about, how Bradbury was just too light in the can, and smart guy, really athletic, but he got run a lot of bull rushes on him pretty easily. And I really do think Blake Brandel, as you would say, a huge bitch. That's a big man.
That's a huge bitch.
And he is very athletic. I don't think that's a real huge have to kind of spot. I do agree with Ben, how you've mentioned with the defensive line, the interior has gotten better on paper, but also has gotten older. So that's, a need. And I do totally agree with you as well, Ben, with the safety, because Harrison Smith, this is more than likely his last season. So you have to get younger there as well. I think those are the top 2 that would be a possibility there at 24.
I'll float out a name that I have loved watching on tape.
Lisa Ann.
That I don't know if he's going to be a pick at 24 based on how things shake out. But this corner, Siobhan Revell out of East Carolina.
Oh, that's a great name.
Dude.
What's his name again?
Siobhan Revell Jr. He's coming off of an injury, so there is that part of it, but I think everybody knows he's going to be healthy. I mean, if you want to find a tall, big, physical corner that can play press man and has all the physical traits that you're looking for and plays with an attitude, this is the guy.
Really?
Now, again, 24 might be a little high for him, but man, of all the corners that are on the board right now, I feel like he fits the scheme more than the other guys.
He's the kind of guy that if those names that you don't love are gone and you can move back into the late first round, you can get, because a lot of offensive linemen will come off the board at that point.
Yeah, correct.
What's the injury? I'm looking right now.
A knee. I think
he had an ACL. He tore his ACL back in September. So I think he only played 3 games last year.
According to ESPN, he's 6'3", 193 pounds.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah.
Ran a 4.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, the number 1 corner outside of Travis Hunter out of Michigan ran a 4.56. So
that's going to be the
Will Johnson.
That's going to be the drop of the first round. he didn't measure well at all.
No.
In everything that he did. He's got like kind of one skill. He's going to be there, I think, at our pick. I would guess the Packers would take him if he was there at 23, but he's going to be the guy that drops. The Texas corner, I think, is going to be the first corner off the board.
Jade.
Yeah.
Barron.
He's going to be the first guy that goes.
Jedi.
Maybe even as high as 13 to Miami.
Jedi, sir. Jedi, ma'am.
Jedi, Junior.
Jedi, Junior.
Got an email from M. Rosen.
Oh, no.
Wanted to know a question for Lieber.
Yeah.
At the combine, how many broads did you jump?
Rosie. That's very childish, Mark.
It depends on how healthy they were.
Yeah.
Sauce, you like them healthy?
Some of the healthy ones.
I did tweet that. Yeah. I stand by that.
If they were the type of gals that the type of broads that Sauce likes, like 1.5, wow. 1.5 broads.
Yeah. There you go, Rosie. And email anytime. Thanks, Rose.
Wow, Rose. Yeah. Grow up.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your Vikings news.
I think the highlight of the whole segment was Ben Lieber starting it with a Tom Pelissero impersonation.
It did, and I thought Tom was in the room.
Yeah, it was incredible.
That's how good it was.
I wasn't really trying to impersonate him, I guess. It was kind
you did. You started with like the first sentence or two. It was.
Did I?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Hey, Hawk, as we're talking about the draft, we got pre-draft parties that are going on here, including tonight with
already?
Miller Lite. Yes, and the Minnesota Vikings. And go figure, I'm going to go do a Miller Lite bit. Going to be at Lakewood Tavern tonight, 6:30 to 8:30. What's cool about it is that you have a chance to sign up to win 2025 season tickets.
Wow.
Also win tickets for the draft party that's going to be at US Bank Stadium, of course, on Thursday, where Ben and Pete and PA and Charts, they're going to be there. Tonight, our guest is Harrison Phillips. Sweet. And so, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be playing some games. We'll be doing an interview. We'll be hanging out. And then we got another one coming up on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I'm actually going to be a part of that US Bank Stadium thing because Jared Allen and Pat Williams are going to be my guests as I do a little Q&A and hang out with people. And they get a chance to get a photo with the soon-to-be HOF, Jared Allen.
That's awesome, man.
Really cool.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah,
good for you. That'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I can't believe it. You guys know anybody that's going to the draft? Being that it's from Green Bay?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Gessling's going. I know that, but
I know somebody who's going, and you're all going to make fun of me.
Go ahead.
Scene Bear is going.
Is he going to have a fire?
Yeah, he will. Yeah. Well, you asked if anybody was going. I said Scene Bear.
No, he's right. I did ask. My fault.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that the only person you know?
And I think my wife's uncle is going.
Your wife's uncle?
Yeah, he will be there.
Any of his friends?
I'm sure.
Will Marlar or Garlar go? Because don't they live in Milwaukee?
Yeah, but Garlar's kind of a shut-in, so I don't think he'll go. Marlar might.
Marlar might.
Yeah, Marlar might.
Was he protesting something?
No, he's right. He is. He's a shut-in.
We all know how much of a shut-in he is.
What do you think a shut-in is?
Somebody who doesn't leave their home. That would be my guess. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sometimes I just want to ask what you think.
Yeah.
Man, a hug would be nice from you every once in a while as well.
Tweet that.
That's not going to happen.
Stand by that.
8 o'clock hour of the Power 2 Morning Show in a second. We'll do Fan 5, Wolves and Wild. We'll talk that. Then headlines after this. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.
Since its invention, the TV has been just that, a TV. But what if it could be something more? Meet Samsung Vision AI. Whether it's upscaling classic content to look brand new or translating an English broadcast subtitles to Spanish in real time, Samsung Vision AI helps you get more from TV than you ever thought possible. Experience Samsung Vision AI and get a music frame on Samsung with a qualifying 2025 TV and audio purchase. Visit Samsung.com to learn more. Valid 4/16 to 5/4 on qualifying 2025 Neo QLED OLED and the frame TVs with Vision AI while supplies last. See Samsung.com for terms and conditions. Vision AI features vary by model. Upscaling utilizes AI-based formulas and results may vary based on source content. Translation accuracy not guaranteed.